No one has made this dramatic of a change yet.
Karma's a bitch. I should've known better.
Jojo Siwa. Remember when she was the poster child for Nickelodeon's squeaky clean, high energy vibes?
God, yeah! I'm just like, yes!
Well, if you yell at me, I'm gonna cry.
Bubblegum, gumdrop, dropping like a lollipop. Never let the craving stop. Pop, pop, twist, twist. Check it off your checklist. Chug, chug, kick it.
Those days of sparkly bows and rainbow everything? Well, folks, those days are long gone. Now we're witnessing a transformation that can only be described as, well, cringy at best and downright tragic at worst. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into Jojo Siwa's not-so-glamorous rebrand, because, trust me, it's been a ride. Let's rewind for a second. Jojo started as a kid star, famous for her peppy personality, catchy songs, and over-the-top style that every 8-year-old was obsessed with. She was Nickelodeon's golden girl, and her brand was all about positivity and rainbows. Fast forward to now, and it seems like JoJo's been taking notes from the Miley Cyrus school of rebellion, only without the subtlety or, frankly, the success. So what exactly went wrong? Well, it started when JoJo decided she was done with the kid-friendly image and wanted to prove to the world that she's an adult now.
I'm sorry. The old JoJo can't come to the phone right now. What? That bitch is in dreamland.
And what better way to do that than by doing, well, everything that shocks the internet? I'm talking about touching herself on stage, drinking in front of audiences that include children, and generally doing everything she can to make people go, wait, what? Let's not forget that infamous moment when she's performing on stage, and surprise, a tampon flies out mid-dance. Now, I don't know about you, but most of us would be mortified if something like that happened. But JoJo, she either didn't notice, unlikely, or didn't care, more likely. Honestly, the fact that this moment made it through editing and onto the final cut of her music video tells you everything you need to know about her current state of mind. Here's the thing, though. JoJo's not just doing all this for the shock value, she's actually enjoying the hate.
Our number one first place overall goes to Karma by Jojo Siwa with 3.1 million dislikes.
In a recent TikTok, she's seen practically celebrating the fact that her music video, Karma, is the most disliked video by a female artist in 2024. Yes, you heard that right. 3.1 million dislikes. And she's grinning ear to ear about it. Now, some people say there's no such thing as bad publicity, but JoJo seems to have taken that to a whole new level.
I am the only person that can say I beat Taylor Swift on a list of something. I'll take it.
She's out here acting like being the most disliked artist is some kind of badge of honor. And sure, maybe she's got a point about people tuning in just to hate watch her, but let's be real. That's not the kind of longevity you want in your career. Hate watching only lasts until people get bored, and the internet moves on fast. If that wasn't enough, JoJo's recent interviews have been confusing, to say the least.
The genre is, I said it back in the day when I first signed with Columbia, I said I wanted to start a new genre of music. And they said, what do you mean? And I said, well, it's called gay pop.
She's out here bragging about how she's created a whole new genre of music called gay pop. Now, I'm all for people embracing their identity and pushing boundaries, but let's be clear, gay pop isn't a new concept, and JoJo definitely didn't invent it. She's acting like she's breaking new ground, but really, she's just slapping a label on something that's been around for years. And it gets better. She went on this bizarre rant where she tried to explain why her song, Guilty Pleasure, didn't need to be sung in tune or in time with the music. Honestly, watching her try to justify it was like watching someone try to explain why burning toast is a gourmet cooking technique. It just doesn't make any sense. Let's circle back to that tampon incident, shall we? Because here's the thing. A lot of people are saying it was scripted. And honestly, I'm inclined to agree. Think about it. JoJo's got a team of editors, managers, and probably a dozen other people who watch her content before it goes live. There's no way they all just missed that little detail. So why leave it in? Simple, because it gets people talking. And talk they did. The tampon drop made headlines, sparked a million memes, and kept JoJo's name in everyone's mouth for weeks. It's all part of her plan to stay relevant by any means necessary, even if it means turning herself into a walking cringe compilation. But here's where things get really sad. JoJo's so focused on the controversy that she's completely lost sight of her music. And I mean completely.
I'm starting to feel a little bit guilty, like I might have gone too hard on Jojo Siwa in that last video, so I'm just gonna go ahead and check out her music video and see if maybe I should give her a second shot. Oh my god! I think I have to burn this.
Every song she's released in the past few months has been a flop. Not because they're bad, though let's be real, they're not great, but because no one's even willing to give them a chance. Her music is being drowned out by the noise of her antics, and it's clear that even she knows it. Yet in her mind, this is all part of some master plan. She's even gone as far as to brag about beating Taylor Swift on a list of something, as if having the most disliked video is an achievement worth celebrating. Newsflash, JoJo, Taylor's out here breaking records for positive things. Maybe take notes. Now let's talk about her audience. JoJo seems to think that people are tuning in because they're entertained by her. But a quick scroll through the comments on her videos tells a different story. The majority of the comments are straight up roasting her, with people making jokes like, "JoJo's music saved my life. I had to get out of bed to turn it off." And here's the kicker. JoJo's out here acting like these are positive comments.
I have shit a brick every single day for the last 3 weeks since we started teasing it. It's been a brutal tease process. The internet has gotten very mad at me. The internet has taken me through the frickin' ringer, the ups and the downs, but at the end of the day, I made the art that I wanted to, and I am so happy, so proud, so excited to bring this version of pop music back.
She's so deep in her delusion that she's convinced herself that all publicity is good publicity, even when people are clearly clowning on her. It's like watching someone laugh along with a joke that's obviously at their expense. So what's the takeaway from all this? Honestly, JoJo needs help. Not just from a therapist, though that might not hurt, but from someone who actually knows what they're doing in the industry. She needs a mentor, an advisor, someone who can sit her down and say, "Hey, maybe don't post that video of a tampon flying out during your dance routine." Because right now, it's like watching a train wreck in slow motion, and it's clear she has no one in her corner telling her to stop. And look, we've all seen celebrities go through rough patches. It's not uncommon for child stars to struggle with their transition to adulthood. But JoJo's approach is just off.
This moment of making it very clear that we are going from child star to adult artist is very important to me. And I have wanted to take my time to make sure this moment is as perfect as possible.
She's so focused on being controversial and edgy that she's forgotten how to actually connect with her audience. Instead of building a genuine fan base, she's relying on shock value to keep people talking. And that's a strategy with a very short shelf life. Jojo Siwa, if you're watching this, and let's be real, you probably are, it's time to rethink your strategy. Go back to what made you successful in the first place. Your personality, your energy, your connection with your fans. Because right now, you're on a path that leads to nowhere good, and it's not too late to turn things around. We want to root for you, but you've got to give us something worth rooting for. And to everyone else watching, let this be a reminder that not all publicity is good publicity.
Comment is Jojo Siwa.
Sometimes it's just embarrassing. That's all for today, folks. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below with your thoughts on JoJo's wild rebrand. And remember, sometimes less is more. Peace out.